back to Atlanta now. We've gone back since my freshman year. Every year it's a perennial thing. And it's a lot of fun to always go play. It's such a cool stadium, whether that be the old Georgia Dome or now Mercedes-Benz. Mm-hmm. It's such a cool experience to go play there in front of the fans and the atmosphere, especially for an opening game. You couldn't ask for anything better.
But for a guy who's from there?
Oh, it's awesome. I got to play my senior year of high school, actually, in the state championship game. It was one of the last games in the Georgia Dome. Mm-hmm. And so now we get to go back to Mercedes-Benz every year, and my family gets to come down and watch. It's so like my little brothers get to come watch the game. How cool is that? Like, it's really neat.
How do you think your role is going to play out? Do you think you're more of an Irv or Hale in that sense?
You guys ask this one a lot. Are you more like Irv or more like Hale? Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm more like Irv or Hale. I just want to be a really good tight end.
Right.
Whether that looks more like Irv or more like Hale, I don't know. Kind of whatever Coach Stark or Coach Banks has in mind. But I'm going to try and take what they both did really well, how Irv ran routes, how Hale blocked, and I ran routes. I don't know if any of you guys have followed him, but, I mean, he's been killing it, and hopefully he makes the team. But I want to steal the good parts from both of their game and kind of mold it into mine. Mm-hmm. So nothing exactly like Irv or Hale. I just want to be really, really good at what I do.
But in this particular offense, do you see yourself being more, like one or the other?
Yeah, I think that'll unfold as the season goes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kind of what our offense kind of molds into. It's obviously not going to look exactly the same game 1 as it will game 8. So I wish I could tell you. I mean, if I catch 1,000 balls, great. If I catch 10 and I play really, really well, I'm completely fine with that. Just as, are we going to win? I don't care how many balls I catch.
I don't know if you caught this or you even aware, but Alabama's depth chart has just one tight end position instead of the 2 it's normally had with the H-back.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? Does that kind of say more kind of a lot of similar type guys in that tight end group?
Honestly, I haven't noticed it. First thing that comes to mind is that's a testament to the guys we have in the room, and that they can do both. Not necessarily that they're grouped for one or the other, but that everybody in the room can play both and know both. And if you can play both, the more valuable you are. And so I think, if anything, that's a testament to the guys in our room with Cam and Giles and Major and Jaleel and Michael Parker and all those guys, that they can do everything. And so we don't need to apply 2 tags to it when you can play both.
How far is Giles and up to? How far have they come?
You talk about Trailer Park Jesus?
Sure.
Giles Amos?
Is that what you call him?
Oh, it's Trailer Park Jesus. So coaches have coined him that name, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I couldn't be happier for any guy. He came in my freshman year with me, and I've gotten to be great friends with him. And to see him receive a scholarship, that meant the world to everybody in that room. It was awesome. But they've done great, and camp's been good for everybody. Everybody talks about how young of a tight end room we have, and nobody's played. And you've played at Bama for a couple years. You've played. We play against the best players in the country every day in practice. So you get that experience. Whether it might not be in a game, whether you're going to scrimmage against Terrell Lewis and Anthony Jennings. Good luck. So those guys have grown and developed through camp. It's been great to see.
What skills have you seen them develop?
As in just receiving the ball. And Coach Banks and these other coaches do such a great job of developing tight ends. You guys saw what Irv and Hale turned into. And as far as their inline stuff, receiving the ball, they're all around. That's what I said. You want to have those 2 tight end positions because they can do both. They can all block and they can all catch passes. So that's kind of what I've seen.
Is that a lot of name of Coach Banks thing? Trailer Park Jesus, is that a Coach Banks thing?
That's one. I don't remember who said it. It was one of the coaches, though. But you guys can tell him.
If you're going to say it, you know it.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't want to steal from anybody else, but if we want to say who called Giles Amos Trailer Park Jesus, I'll say it.
We've heard a lot about the red personnel. What's it called when you have 2 tight ends on the field?
Silver. So there's silvers are 2 tight ends, red before receivers, and we have some decent receivers this year. So I'd assume we see it once or twice.
What's your case for silver? Because the receivers have kind of made their case for red.
Are you kidding me? I'll always argue. I'll argue for green or whatever we call 3 tight ends. We've got a great room, and I'd put our room up against a lot of them. So I take our guys over anybody.
There's been a lot of talk about the red, though. Obviously, it involves no tight end on the field. What are your thoughts on that? Just the fact that, is it just from your perspective they're taking advantage of the personnel they have?
Why wouldn't we? Mm-hmm. If we can score points and you guys can't cover our receivers, then put in 4 receivers and they can't cover, so we're going to score a lot of points. And I'm not saying we couldn't do the same thing with tight ends. I think it's going to be a matchup and a personnel thing via game. If they struggle lining up versus 4 receivers, I would argue to say we'd see more 4 receivers. If they struggle to line up to 2 tight ends or play 2 tight ends, we'll probably see more 2 tight end sets. That's a game-to-game thing. I think, especially how comfortable too is Coach Sark with how they've done in practice.
Is that the different perspective he brings coming from the NFL, since the NFL is more of a matchup league, and same thing with Dable when he was here?
Yeah, I guess so. You could say that. I wouldn't say it's a huge difference, but there's definitely been a focus on, hey, they do this well, we'll match it up versus game. I think all good coaches do that.
You came in with Giles.
Yeah.
different situation, scholarship guy, a
Mhm.
walk-on. How do you see him kind of develop? And what are some of those challenges, just from your perspective? You see the walk-ons come in, another
Yeah.
round just came in, I guess this last week or
Mhm.
so. What are some of those challenges that they face?
I mean, those guys face a lot of challenges like a scholarship guy wouldn't see, as far as like all the meals and the books and paying for a lot of stuff and a lot of care that other people might not get. But I mean, Giles Amos has done the best job of anybody I've seen. You can ask some of the DBs next time they're up here how covering Giles Amos went on the scout field for the first couple of years. I mean, Giles is over top of guys pulling the ball off. It's like warm-ups. He's laying out of bounds. So, I mean, he earned that scholarship. And the guy's a heck of a ball player. And it's been fun to just kind of grow up and be with him. Hey, Giles. And so how that's gone. So it's been a lot of fun.
Terrell told us about how Tommy kind of caught the brunt of Terrell just being so excited to get back out there on the
Yeah.
field during one of the scrimmages. Have you gone against him and seen that same thing?
Yeah, Terrell Lewis is pretty good. He's not bad at all. So I'm super excited to see him kind of get back out on a field. It's been a couple years since he's been healthy. And now he's healthy, and it's scary. So good luck to everybody trying to block him. That's all I got to say.
What was it like sitting down with Mike Tyson and talk with him in the barbershop, speaking of scary?
That was me and Raekwon and Dylan, and we're all sitting there like trying to like be cool. And then Raekwon's like, "It's Mike Tyson." We're like, "Oh, it's Mike Tyson." Like fangirling a little bit. As soon as he walked in, we're like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And we played it all cool. But that was once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm gonna sit there. Yeah, I got my hair cut with Mike Tyson. How cool was that?
Yeah.
Just sit there and kind of appreciate that. It was so cool.